This is Newcap News with Gerard Lampow.
Good evening, so glad you could join us. It's often difficult to get an appointment with a doctor in Lloydminster, pushing wait times at the hospital emergency room up. Now, the Prairie North Health Region is taking steps to improve the quality of care in our city, hiring new doctors and today opening a new after-hours clinic. Kelsey Bloxham has more.
Healthcare and doctor retention have been huge issues in Lloydminster, which is why Prairie North has opened this after-hours clinic.
Some of us are in the same position of not being able to access a family physician, so it's obviously that's been a need. We've seen increased number of visits to the emergency department. It's clear that we need an alternative for the people of Lloydminster.
Though the clinic will help ease the issues our growing community is facing, it will operate only temporarily.
Well, I think it's a really important interim step until such time as we are able to recruit enough family physicians such that everybody actually has access to a family physician.
Open from 4 to 8 p.m., there will be a single physician on hand to see those without a family doctor.
They should come early because we expect that there will be probably a high demand for this service, and physicians can only see a certain number of people every evening.
And though the facility is open to help those with medical issues, Acton says it is important for people to understand the purpose of the clinic.
So what we really want people to understand is if they have an issue that they feel should be seen in emergency, they should still go to the emergency department. If the issue they want to see a physician about is an issue that they would otherwise go to a physician clinic for, they should come to the after-hours clinic.
Patients will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis Monday to Thursday. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
1 week to go to the polls in Alberta, and voters, will be in part in the most competitive election the province has seen in decades. And that competition has come with its fair share of controversy, from party leader attacks to slanderous statements through social media. Lauren Pullen finds out if this election is truly the dirtiest in Alberta's history.
Mudslinging and fighting words, all a part of the political game. But this year, the competition is the biggest it's ever been for Alberta politics. And from candidates to party leaders to voters, people are taking notice.
But it's very disconcerting for all the people to listen to this here, argument and disagreement, whatever.
While dealing with added competition, candidates are tapping into new forms of campaigning, adding social media into the mix.
There's always been a certain amount of slander, a certain amount of mudslinging involved in political discourse. I guess in the old days they used to do it by telegraph or telegram, and now we do it by Twitter.
Tasteless tweets are something political leaders this election know all too well, with social media slander playing a big part in party politics. Locally, vandalism is the biggest party foul. Hozak says Wild Rose signs in Battle River Wainwright have been a target. Independent Richard Yaseko says his signs have been taken down too, and reports out of Two Hills tell the same story. But for the most part, things in this constituency are civil, according to the PCs.
And as far as at the provincial level, sure, there have been some things back and forth that perhaps have been a little bit more nasty, but let's keep positive.
This is the first time in 4 decades the current government's rule is in jeopardy, with a very real possibility the PCs could be ousted from power. That's what some feel is the driving force behind hitting below the belt.
I think that it's going to get dirtier because I think they're going to pull at last straws. I think they've had majority governments, and they're not comfortable in this situation. So.
And some parties say they stand to profit from the pettiness.
We have been able to be above that. We're offering something that's different from the rest of the parties. And I think that we have become or can be the positive alternative to that negativity.
Something only time will tell as voters take to the polls April 23rd. Lauren Pullen, Newcap News.